What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what it is. I appreciate you guys for signing up for the exclusive content, man. Today we're going to talk about flatlines. Been getting a lot of questions on that, especially in the comments. So someone recommended I do a video on flatlines, and that's pretty important because a flatline is typically a point in time where most people, there's a high chance of relapse during a flatline. So basically, when you get into semen retention, you hear about all of the positives about semen retention: the increased testosterone, the female attraction, increased libido. You can just feel the energy reverberating throughout your body. Like, you see a lot of benefits. You know, you can think clearer. The brain fog goes away. There's a lot of benefits that we get when we start retaining. And primarily the reason you can experience those benefits in such a fast time frame is because you're shocking your body. You know, your body is going from releasing, porn, masturbation, one night stands. And then once you come to the conclusion that you are going to retain and you stop retaining, now your body is in a state of confusion. It thinks something's wrong, and your urges are increased. Blood flow is increased. Your testosterone goes up. Your body doesn't know what to do with the energy. I mean, that's basically what it is. Your body does not know what to do with all the excess energy, right? And so even in the initial stages of retaining, especially if it's your first time retaining, or you haven't retained in a long time and you kind of know how it goes, that energy is hard to control. You know, you just want to gravitate towards sexual things because you can actually feel the energy in your body, right? You can feel it. And so what happens is, after you get over those initial urges and you get 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, at some point, you're going to enter into a flatline. That means the energy in your body is going to subside, right? This is a time where you can experience depression. This is a time where your sex drive is completely non-existent. Like, you literally have no sex drive. A fine female can walk right past you and it's to no avail, right? You're just not interested. You know what I mean? Because you have no drive. The reason this is happening is because your body is saying, okay, it's been some weeks now. Obviously something is going on where the norm has been interrupted. There's a new thing happening. We have to figure this out. This is a reboot. Your brain is being rewired, and it's setting you up for the next phase of how your body is anticipating things to be. Right? Your body is anticipating, okay, this has been going on for a while, weeks now, months, right? So now we have to reprogram. Otherwise, we're going to have all this excess energy rolling around trying to get him to release, because that's what your body is trying to do, is trying to get you to do what you've normally done in the past. When you hit that flat line, it's accepting defeat. Your body is accepting the fact that no matter what we do, he's not releasing. So we have to adjust to calm things down. That's the flat line. That's when you start thinking, did I lose my mojo? And this is the temptation to fall into a relapse, is because you want to figure out if it still works. You want to figure out if it still works. So you might pop up the laptop. You might look at a girl and really, really like imagine and go in, and because you want to see if does it still work, because your man's all shriveled up. There's no energy down here. Your balls go from being sack filled to droopy. And you're like, where did the power go? Where did the thrust go? Where did it go? And now you want to experiment. Now you want to see if it works. And what happens is you watch that porn, or you put yourself in a compromising position, and you end up saying, it does work. Okay. And now you can feel the intense sensitivity because you have been retaining. Now that it's really sensitive. Those feelings are really sensitive. And once you get to that point, 9 times out of 10, you're going to give in. You're going to relapse. You're going to go the extra mile. You're going to, you're going to explode. You're going to shoot a volcano. You're going to desecrate laptops, keyboards, desktops, stovetops, black tops, any tops, drop tops. You're going to let it go. And then you're going to relapse. And guess what happens when you relapse in a flatline? Now you're sending signals to your brain. Hey, man, I made a mistake. The brain's like, oh, okay, we thought something different was going on, but obviously maybe we're going back to where we used to be. Now you got to start that process all over again. So relapse is a great thing. Doesn't feel good because you don't have that increased energy. You don't have that. Everything is subsided. You don't have that power. You don't have that to get out of bed. You don't have that sexual drive that makes you a man. It's been reduced. There's a flat line. That's why they call it a flat line. It's a flat line, right? You can experience this for a couple weeks, maybe a month. But this is the time where you really press through. This is the time where you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel so you can get to the other side. You can get to the next level of the phase. You're going to have more than one flat line, right? But you got to understand something. The flat line, if you understand what's going on, the flat line is where you can really extend your streak because you're not going to have to worry about those intense urges. When they come back, they'll come back. You'll feel the power. You'll feel more controlled because the discipline of not releasing, the days of not releasing, all of this stuff is being reprogrammed in your brain. So when the urges do come back, you're more disciplined to deal with them. You're more better able to deal with them as before when you first started, and it was just a party in between your legs, right? Fireworks going off, trying to, put air in a bag, so to speak. Now you're able to control it a lot more. The urges, you're able to divert that energy in other places. Your focus is better. So when the urges come back, you're going to be more capable of controlling those urges and pressing forward to the mark or whatever you're trying to complete. So guys, understand that the flat line is necessary. You will experience that flat line. Basically, the flat line is just, in a nutshell, man, your sexual drive is completely non-existent. It's non-existent. It is completely non-existent. Completely. It's gone, right? And what happens is, not to be or sound redundant, is you want to test to see if it still works. And that's how you fall into the relapse. And we all know once you relapse once, you say, you know what, I might as well roll out another one. I might as well do another one. I might as well just finish the day out. Well, I might get back on my semen retention journey on Monday. It might be a Wednesday, but I'll start back Monday. It throws you off. It unprograms your brain to go back to doing what it was doing before. So do not allow yourself to get discouraged in the flat line. Embrace the flat line. Use the flat line to accelerate your streak, because knowing you went 30 days, 50 days, 60 days, 100, knowing those days are building up, that's going to give you confidence in and of itself. Like, man, I went a lot of days, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So once you know that you've gone a certain amount of days retaining, now you know that you can actually do it because you've done it before. So use that flat line to get those days up, those days of retaining, get those days up, so you can have a mental place in your mind to know, I went 75 days, I went 60 days, I went whatever. And you know that you can get back to that point if you ever fall off. Flatlines, guys, it's necessary. You just have to know how to approach it, how to deal with it. And don't try to test to see if your mojo is working. It is. You just have to deal with the reprogramming so you can get to the next phase, man. This is your boy. I'm out.